I am Pernessa Seele, and I am the founder and CEO of the Balm in Gilead. And for 22 years, we have been mobilizing faith communities to address life-threatening diseases here in the U.S. and in Africa. For the past 6 years, we have been running the ISIS Project. And the ISIS Project is our cervical cancer project, and over these past 6 years, we have brought critical information on cervical cancer to over 7 million women through their faith communities. Dr. Kaur this morning talked about the 5 areas that he believed was very critical in terms of cervical cancer-free America. From his point of view, he told us that we needed courage, care, commitment, and compassion. I want, in my short period of time with you this afternoon, I want to give you 5 more things that I believe that we need from my point of view. And I want to put these 5 things in what I believe is one of the most extraordinary moments in this country. And what we witnessed this weekend was the guts of the United States president, the leadership of our president, that he, with all that he had on his back, gave the word to go in and kill Osama bin Laden. That took guts. And I believe if we are serious about a cervical cancer-free America, it's going to take guts. It's going to take guts individually, and it's going to take guts corporately. My first point, community mobilization. From my point of view, we must have the guts to believe in our mind, our heart, and our soul, and our actions that all Americans and others in all neighborhoods throughout all of America deserve to be educated about cervical cancer and deserve to have access to all cervical cancer-related services. We must believe it through our mind, heart, soul, and through our actions. Number 2, we must have the guts to have collaborations and partnerships. We must have the guts to work together. America is a collection of diverse people with diverse experiences and expertise, diverse cultures, diverse beliefs, diverse incomes. That's what gives us our strength. We must have the guts, the real guts, not just talking, but we must have the guts to work together if we're serious about a cervical cancer-free America. We must dismantle our individual and corporate biases, our phobias, and fear and dislike of other Americans. We must give up the ghosts. If we're serious about a cervical cancer-free America, we must give up the ghosts of darkness, racism, homophobia, classism, and gender inequality. We must give up the ghosts. Third, we must have the guts to speak truth and facts. We must have the guts to speak truth and facts. We cannot be afraid or ashamed in the marketplace, in the church house, in the synagogue, in the mosque, in our union halls. Wherever we find ourselves, we cannot be afraid or ashamed to speak truth and fact. Cervical cancer is a sexual transmitted disease. It is caused by a virus. Wearing a condom does not necessarily protect you from this virus. Young girls need to be vaccinated before they become sexually active. These are easy things to say when we are in our small community. But oftentimes when we get in the marketplace, when we get in our other communities, we become afraid and shy to speak truth to facts. But if we are serious about a cervical cancer-free America, we must not be afraid. We must not be ashamed to speak truth and facts in all marketplaces. Number 4, we must have the guts to write and advocate together for policies that are fair and realistic for all Americans. Policies that are fair and realistic for all Americans. And we must have the guts to design budgets and advocate for resources that are significantly adequate for the task and the commitment for a cancer-free America. And we must advocate for the fair distribution of those resources. And number 5, we must have the guts to speak for those who have a voice and for those who are voiceless. And unfortunately, we cannot speak for those we do not know. Therefore, as my sister said, we must come from behind our research desk. And I used to be an immunologist, so I know what it's like to stand in the lab and research and research and research. We must come from behind our research. We must come from behind our desk, and we must go and spend some time, just a little bit of time, with those who have a voice and those who do not have a voice. We must be able to speak for all women who are affected with cervical cancer. Women who are affected who live in luxury, and women who are affected who sleep on benches. These are my points of what I believe that we can and must do to manifest, to realize a cervical cancer-free America. I believe that we can do it. I believe with my mind, heart, and soul that we can do it. But I, like each and every one of you, must give up some of my ghosts to make it happen. Because what always keeps us apart, we always come together, we always make commitments that we can do all of these things, and we can. But when we leave this place, we move back into the dark crevices of our ghosts. So I'm asking you to join me and all of the other folks in this room that I know who have given up some of their ghosts. Let us make a firm commitment to really, really work together, that we truly will manifest in our lifetime a cervical cancer-free America. And if we don't do it for anybody else, let's do it for Tamika. God bless you.